Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Lyon, for the work you and the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, are doing to protect children and take them out of dangerous situations. The efforts of you and your colleagues have led to the safe return of children across the country, including Utah. I read in your testimony account of a 15-year-old girl who went missing from Utah and was later discovered when she and her boyfriend were pulled over at an immigration checkpoint. The daughter was restored to her family thanks to NCMEC and the law enforcement. I'm sure the families around this country are grateful for the work that you and your organization are doing. Let me just say this, the state of our culture is defined by how we look at our most vulnerable, and I really do appreciate what you guys are doing. I want to also accept that invitation, so I'll make sure we take part in that. I read through, one of my first questions was going to be about sexploitation, but it looks like you've answered that pretty well. My question is the Take It Down campaign. I remember back in the days when Just Say No was a big deal across the country, and everybody here understood it and saw it. Is there a federal nexus where we can help in that regard to make sure that it becomes such a common conversation, since this is prevalent throughout our country right now? Is there something you might see in that regard that we could help to expand that piece out a little bit?
I appreciate that, Congressman. It is such an important tool that's brand new and just starting to gain steam, but we realize there's such a need for it. There is proposed legislation that is currently would fix and improve the Take It Down program. Currently, the way that it's works is the child would indicate which images or videos they're concerned about, and we will take the hash values of those images, because it is illegal for an individual to send contraband images of a child in a sexually explicit. There is proposed legislation at this point that would actually allow a child to send us the images and the videos, which is, I can't overstate how important that would be. Right now, we are receiving digital fingerprints of 100,000 images and videos. We don't know what are in those images and videos. By actually seeing the content, we would have a better opportunity to be able to work with the tech industry to get those images taken down and give these children some hope.
Well, thanks for that. And I was mentioned earlier with the chairman, I'm glad we just had this hearing just recently with the big tech, because that's a big piece of making sure this all works out also. Can you tell me more about the partnerships and programs that NCMEC has with local communities and schools to raise awareness of the threats that are facing our children right now?
Thank you, Congressman. Yes, we have, while we are working to find missing children, stop sexual exploitation, we also put great emphasis on preventing these crimes from happening in the first place. We have so many cases, so much data, so many lessons that we have learned as an organization over the years. And what we do is we take the cases, we analyze them, we learn the lessons, and then we convert them into safety and prevention programming that we then need to be able to distribute across the country. Getting them into schools, getting them into after-school programs, being able to teach children, educate children, the teachers, their families, law enforcement, what we see at a macro level of child exploitation and missing children, and provide that into the communities. Understandably, we're 460 people in an organization. We have to rely on our community partners. And we have a community education program where we are onboarding national organizations, child advocacy centers, law enforcement entities, train them on the material that we have, educate them on how they can actually deliver the programs, and then put them into the schools. All of our material is age appropriate. It's all bilingual. It starts at age 5, kindergarten, all the way up through the teenage years with, again, not scary lessons, rooted in fact, data-driven, but very specific information for keeping kids safe. Our community education partners that we have worked with reached an additional 25,000 children last year alone. So we are always going to continue to onboard the community members who are in the communities, at the schools, working with the children. It's our job as a clearinghouse to develop the material and make it accessible and make as many partners as we can to get them into the hands of kids.
I'm going to give back my time. I just want to say thank you again. This is such a pertinent program, number one, and you're leading in such a positive way. We need to make sure we can do our best to support you in every way we can. So thank you so much for your
Thank you very
efforts.
much. I look forward to seeing you.